So welcome to this class, and let's look at how to work with basic HTML with basic CSS and super. Now let's just start our new project. So to start our project, I'm hoping that you have already launched your PHP Storm, the software we have always been using in this class. Yeah. So real quick, just click on Start New Project. Start New Project. Just click on it like that. Yeah. Then I'm very sure it's going to ask you to create a project. Give it some kind of a title. So this one I can call it as maybe my web HTML class 2, something like that. Yeah, class 2. Then just simply hit on create. Super. Yeah. So here's our project created. So the very next thing that we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is let us now right click on our project as usual, then create our index file or our first HTML file. I told you our first HTML file, we can always call it index, but it is not a do or die affair. You can always call it any other name if you feel like. Yeah. So right away, let's just right click. Then yeah, right click. I'm very sure we're going to see a number of options here. So we are going for the option new. Then there is this HTML file. This is so usual. So I don't think there's anything new right here. So new HTML like that. Then we can simply call it as index. Some of you guys were really wondering if we are going to work with HTML5 or HTML4. We are actually going to work with HTML5. Ladies and gentlemen, so let's just hit enter on our keyboards, yeah, on our computers keyboards. Then real quick, we can even just start by giving this a title, home like that. Now, assuming a client is asking you for a website, then definitely we need some kind of a title, yeah, some kind of a title, which we can say maybe H1. Then we can say something like Nairobi, Kenya Club, something like that. Maybe we are creating a website for Nairobi, Kenya Club. Yeah, Nairobi, Kenya Club. Yeah, then as usual, maybe a client is also asking you for a number of buttons here and there. So the buttons that the client is asking for maybe button. And I said for us to create a button, we use the button tag. So you simply type there button and hit tab on the keyboard. But now wait, some of you guys are really wondering, will I always be typing buttons, like 50 buttons? How can you type out all the 50 buttons? Let me teach you the great ways of the masters today. Yeah, so just type there button, then ×5, button ×5, and hit tab on the keyboard. Voila, 5 buttons created. Super. Try that, guys. Now, yeah, button, tab, then I'm saying this is home, about, gallery, register, then login. Yeah, something like that. And because we are learning on how to type this code of ours in a neat manner, just select the codes that you want to move inside a little bit like that, then hit tab on the keyboard. Yeah, see now it looks better. Then just click somewhere outside there like that. Yeah, as usual, also we can do a HR, a horizontal rule, some straight line right down there. We're used to this, just HR and then tab. Yeah, so that finally, if we try to run these, ladies and gentlemen, just click on this browser. Click on the browser. Yeah, click on the browser. Then I'm very sure you're going to have something like this: Nairobi, Kenya Club, home, about, register, gallery, register, and then login. Something of that kind of sort. Yeah, something like that. In this class now, having said that, I would like us to have some kind of images on this page. Yeah, some images on this page. Then, or we could actually create another page which is going to have images. Yeah, maybe we want that page to be called gallery.html. Then just put a number of images on that page. You see, when someone is going to launch this website, is going to access such like a page. Yeah, but again, when someone clicks on gallery, what happens? So when someone clicks on gallery, we somehow, or for some reason, we need to take that person to another totally different page called gallery.html, yeah, which has got a number of images that we need to display, yeah, because you can also decide to put your images right down here, but that is not what we desire, ladies and gentlemen. That is not exactly what we desire. What we desire is we want, when someone clicks on gallery, we can take that person on a totally different page, which we can call gallery. Then from the gallery page, someone can again click somewhere and come back to the home page. And we are assuming this is our home page. But behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, you always need to remember that whenever we are talking about the home page, in coding, we are talking about this index file of ours. Yeah. And you also need to be very keen, because some of you have created this index.html in caps or in capital letters. Some of you have created this index.html in small letters. Some of you have begun with a capital letter and continued with small letters. I mean, so when I've called my index right here, it might be different from how you have called your own. Yeah. So don't think that when I write my code and say now go to index.html, you also just type index.html thinking yours will work. No. Sometimes it has to be different, because it depends with how you have created your index file right there. Now, right now, because we want, when someone clicks on a button, like say gallery, which button? This button. When someone clicks on the button gallery, they go on the gallery.html file. And that means we are going to the gallery page. So real quick, let's create the gallery.html file, guys. So just right click, say new HTML file again. I mean, it's the normal way. There's nothing that we are changing. Just create a HTML file, the name, the same way we have been creating our HTML file. Just right click, say new HTML file. Then we can call this as gallery if you want it. Yeah. But you see, some of you are thinking that it must be called gallery. No, you can even call it any other name. Mapicha. Mapicha is some broken Swahili name for pictures. Yeah. But again, right now we just want to call it gallery. Nothing to worry about, guys. Yeah, so let's just call it gallery. So when I hit on enter, at least I have now, did you notice? I now have two pages. I have the first page, which is the index.html file. Then I have the gallery. Somehow in this class, we are going to ensure that when someone clicks on a button on this index file, we can take that person to this page. And this page, we are simply going to display images on it. You understand now the logic? Yeah. So we are simply going to display images here. So right here on the gallery page, we can also just give it a title, just like the same way you see on the index.html, we gave it a title, home. So also on the gallery, we can give it some kind of a title. So the title here, I can say maybe gallery or something like that, so that someone will know has reached the gallery page. Then right here, we can just simply do some kind of a H1, a heading to do maybe Nairobi. Which website name is this? Nairobi Kenya Club Gallery, something. Nairobi Kenya Club Gallery. Maybe we want to tell someone this is our gallery. Yeah. Nairobi Kenya Club Gallery, something like that. Nairobi Kenya Club Gallery. Yeah. So right now, as you can see, every other thing is working as desired. Every other thing is working extremely as desired. Yeah. So the very next thing that we need to do after having done that is we now need to ask ourselves some kind of questions. Yeah. You see, someone is going to access this index or this home page, then they are going to click on the gallery button. Then somehow behind the scenes, we need to write the code that is going to move someone from the gallery, from the home page, which is this index, and take them to the gallery page. You don't have to worry about that code. I'm going to show you. If you don't know how to write it, as a matter of fact, if you have a cup of water, sip it a little bit and wait for me to show you. Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything right now. Yeah. So when someone is going to move from the home page and to the gallery page, now it is upon us to display a number of images right down here, because we would like the user to have a number of images displayed. Yeah. Or maybe you're trying to work with, sorry, someone interrupted. Yeah. So maybe you're trying to work with, maybe you want to do a flower website or something like that. Yeah. So it is going to be super important that every other thing that you do, is orderly. Yeah. We are sorry for the interruption. Someone came in with some kind of audio. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So we are going to allow someone move from the home page. They are going to come to the gallery page. When they come to the gallery page, we need to have a number of images. Maybe we are just going to create some images right down here to display. Yeah. And we are going to ensure that everything works. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, if you are a good developer, I'm very sure you are already thinking of which kind of images do I want to display on my website. If you are thinking about such like a question right now, then that means clearly on your computer, if you have a number of images, or probably if a client is asking you to do for him or for her the website, then somehow you have the images with you. Maybe the client has given you the desired images. Yeah. So real quick, we need to get a number of images, maybe probably from our computer, or download some. Yeah, or download some. So in this class, I have a number of images on my computer. So let me just real quickly rush to my computer images. So on my downloads, do I have images? Yeah, I have a number of flowers images right here. So let me get to the flowers folder. Then I have a number of images in the images folder. Yeah, so these are some of the images that I can use, guys. Yeah, I have a number of images right here. So for me to work with these images, I am going to ensure that I copy the kind of images that I want. If I want this image, I will copy these. If I wanted these, I will copy these. If I wanted a number of these, then I'll have to copy a number of these images. Then once I copy them, I am going to literally paste them to our project right here. Before we paste them right here, any orderly developer is going to ensure that the images stay in one location on our project. So this is our project, guys, that we have created. This project is called My Web HTML class. It right now has got two pages. It has got the gallery page and the home page. And clearly the home page, we are just calling it as index.html. Both of these pages have got the codes that we have tried to write. And both of these pages, as a matter of fact, like say the home page, when someone is going to come to the home page, there's a button called gallery, which when they click, they can go to the gallery page. Yeah. But now wait, we want to display the images, and we just don't want to copy the images and paste them on our project so that they are all over the place. Yeah. Let us simply create one images folder, then go copy those images and paste them inside that folder, so that every other time we want to know where our images are, or every other time we are working with our project, we know one location that is containing every of our images. Now, any professional in coding will know that we are going to create a folder, and more so, we might not just call our folder as images, because whenever you are creating a website, at some point in time, you'll want to display an image. At some point in time, you'll want to play a video. At some point in time, you'll want to play an audio. At some point in time, you will want maybe to display some kind of PDF document, yeah? And so maybe a GIF file, and so on and so forth, yeah? So if we just create a folder and call it images, we are limiting ourselves. So a better term to use when we are creating a folder, we can use a term called resources. Maybe we just have a resources folder. Yeah. So on our project right here, guys, just right click the normal way we have been creating our HTML file. So say new. And instead of now you coming to HTML file, this time around we are using directory. So we create new directory. Let me repeat for those of you who haven't gotten me correctly. I'm saying on our project, just right click the normal way, select the new, then instead of HTML, this time around we are going for a directory. So when we say new directory, click there, then the directory name, we can call it as resources. then hit enter. Now, having done that, guys, having done that, let us now go and copy images and paste them inside the resources folder. Yeah, so real quick, let me just go to my computer where my images are. Here is my folder. So which image do I want to use? I would like us to copy up to a number of images, like say, let's work with 4 images or 5. Yeah, whichever. Yeah, so let me start with this first one. Just right click on it, copy. I don't really need to teach you on how to copy and paste, guys. Yeah, just copy. Then once you copy it right like that, just go to your project, and this is where the trick comes in. Look up, guys. Some of you guys are coming to paste on the project folder. Some of you guys will come and right click on the project folder and just say paste. Ensure that you are right clicking on the resources folder, because we want the image to go inside the resources folder. That is where people go wrong. And I'm very sure some of you are going to make these blunders in future. Please be very careful here. So just right click on the resources folder and paste. When I paste, you see right now, my image will have a very long name, which when it comes to maybe coding, it is going to be very hard for me to remember the name. So I have been given an option where I can edit. You see, I'm only editing the name. I'm only editing the name part without touching the dot extension plus whatever is after the dot. I'm not touching on anything past the dot. I'm leaving the dot and everything past the dot. So right now, my image, I can even just call it as maybe IMG1. Or maybe IMG1 if I want, IMG1. You see, I'm not using spaces. It is just IMG1. Some of you will say IMG space 1. This is going to be quite technical for you when it comes to calling this image. Yeah, so just call it maybe IMG1. Yeah, then say okay. I've just renamed it. I'm not using spaces, guys. Just say IMG1. And you see, I'm not touching on anything past the dot, and I'm not even touching on this dot right here. So it is just img1.png. Then hit on an OK. So right now, you see this resources folder now has got this a drop down arrow here, which when I click on it, I can wrap and unwrap what the contents of the resources folder. You see, when I unwrap it, right now I have IMG1 inside there. When I unwrap it like that, oh, sorry, when I wrap it up like that, you are going to see the images right inside there. Then let me go for the second one. Again, which one do I want? Let me copy this one. Just right click, copy, go back to my PHP Storm, right on my resources folder, right click, paste. Then let me edit the name to IMG2 real quickly. Then okay. So that I'm very sure right now inside there, I have 2 images. Then let me copy another, the third one. Which one? Let me copy this one. No, this one. Let me copy this one. Just right click and copy. Then I can go back to my PHP Storm on my resources folder, right click and paste. Then I can call this as IMG3, then say okay. Yeah, then again I can go copy another image. Which one? Let me copy this one here. Just copy. Then let me on the resources folder right click and just paste. Then I can call this as maybe IMG4. No spaces. You see, I'm not using any spaces there, guys. Yeah, I've copied. Let me just confirm inside my resources folder. I have up to 4 images. So IMG1, IMG2, IMG3, and IMG4. If I wanted more, I could just go back and copy them. If you don't have images, you could pause a bit and download them fast, and also paste them inside the resources folder right there. Right there. Yeah, so once we copy all those images and they are now inside the resources folder like this, so you see, we want to display them on the gallery.html page. We actually want to display them on the gallery.html. Gallery.html. Yeah, gallery.html. Now, on our gallery.html, now the question that comes to you right away is, How does someone display an image on a web page? How does? So to display an image, we use something called an IMG tag. IMG, like that. IMG tag. So just say IMG and then hit tab on the keyboard like that. Then it is going to ask for the source. So the source of our image is in, so our images are inside this folder called resources. If you are very careful, our images are inside resources. Some of you used capital R, some of you small r, some of you have named resources folder differently. But as for me, I've named it like this. So resources, yeah. So I simply say resources, and automatically I can see the resources auto suggestion. It is quite dangerous if it is not auto suggesting, especially if you're working with PHP Storm. Yeah. Now, so resources. So get inside resources, I use a /. So get inside the resources, then the image that I want to display is IMG. So when I simply start typing there the word IMG, sorry, right here. When I simply start typing there the word IMG, you will see an automation for which image. So I want to start with IMG1. IMG1 like that. Then alternative text, if just in case that image is not going to display, what can we display there? That could be anything. Like you can type there anything that you wish. Yeah, you can type there anything that you wish. But as a matter of fact, we can even just say maybe image 1, something like that. That is probably something that we wish to type in the ALT property. ALT is like the alternative text if the image is not going to show up. Now let's now real quick, we can also just say, we can simply now say again IMG tab, then resources /IMG2. Then the alternative text is maybe image 2. Then again IMG tab, then resources /IMG3. Then I can call this as image 3. Then this is IMG tab. Then again resources. Then resources /IMG4. Sorry. Then the alternative text is maybe something like image 4. You see, these alternative texts are something that I'm just picking from my head somewhere. It's not like it must be image 4 when this is called image. No, it's not like that. Yeah. So that now, right now, if I try to run gallery, I know it's going to display those images, but they are too big. I've just tried to run the gallery without even connecting them to the home page. I've just tried to run the gallery. It's displaying the images like that by simply clicking on the browser right there from the gallery page, from the gallery page, from the gallery. So I've just tried to click on them, and on this file right here, and it is running. It is running quite okay. So those of you that are not yet done, please real quick, let's continue. Yeah, so the images are too big. We are just doing some kind of style. Sorry, this is a wrong tag. Style. Then we can, then we can just say now IMG. Our IMG, because we have targeted another IMG tag, we can just give it some kind of width. So width, let me give it like say 24%. Width, 24% of the entire screen. And the height, let it just take 24 VH, vertical heights. So that means if I refresh this screen once again, yeah, you see they're taking 24% width, and I can even use 30 VH for the height. Yeah, so we have just targeted the IMG and given it the width and the height, just the width and the height. And you see here are our IMG tags, and clearly it is producing something really desirable right here on the screen. Every other thing is working as desired. What we haven't done, guys, is you see the images are right here, arranged, every other thing is working. We've given it a nice CSS right up here. Every image is looking nice. If you have more images, just continue aligning them right down there, guys, so that they can appear. But now I would like us to come now on the index page, so that if someone clicks on, like, say, gallery button, they can easily go to the gallery page, so that we can see whatever is on the gallery page. But now, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Let me show you the trick first of all. Now, the trick first of all is, can we first of all just try to link to this gallery page without clicking on gallery? Then you will understand. Yeah. Now, the button, or maybe the tag that is responsible for moving from one page to another is called an anchor tag. Anchor, if you want to, maybe, anchor tag, represented by letter A. First of all, guys, let us just design an anchor tag here and let it move us from this page to the gallery page. Then we will know how to fix the anchor tag to our button, or to our button gallery, sorry, to our button. Let's first of all design an anchor independently. Let us just design an anchor tag down here. Then I'm going to show you how we can connect it to the gallery page. Now, guys, to create an anchor tag, just use the letter A. So A, tab. Yes, just letter A, then tab, like that. So that now, if someone is going to click on this anchor tag, this is a link. This is a link, guys. When someone is going to click on it, where do we want to take this person? We want to take this person on the gallery page. Now, which HTML file is responsible for displaying our, is going to be displayed as the gallery page? Which HTML file? The HTML file that is going to be displayed as our gallery page is called gallery.html. So when someone clicks on the anchor tag, we take that someone on the gallery.html. It is right there, automated. Some of you called gallery.html starting with a capital letter. Some of you called your gallery with some totally different spellings. Please also consider those spellings and the capitalization, and maybe making some letters lowercase and stuff like that. But just ensure that when someone clicks on the anchor tag, the href or the hyperreference, the hyperreference, if the link, this hyperreference is referring us to, when someone clicks them or on that link, it is referring us to the gallery.html. It is referring us there. Then what will be the name? What will be the name that is going to appear on this anchor tag? So in between there, we need to put there, we need to put there a text that is going to appear. So a text can be something like, say, gallery, or maybe go to gallery, something like that. That is maybe probably the text that is going to appear on this anchor tag. That is the text that is going to appear on this anchor tag. Now, having done this, guys, let us try to run. Let us go and run the index.html. You see this index of ours? We are simply clicking on it. Yeah. So let me just click on this link right there. So you see there is a link called go to gallery right down there. If I click on this link right now, voila, it has taken me to the gallery page. Did you notice that? Now, yeah, let me just go back a little bit. When I click on go to gallery, click. Yeah, it is taking me to, did you notice? It is taking me to gallery.html. So that means if you don't have a file called gallery.html, it will fail. For example, let us just refresh. Let us try to change this link. You see right now when someone clicks, it is taking us to gallery.html. Let me try to make this gallery.html with capital G, like that. You see, I've said gallery.html with capital G. Let me refresh. Click on go to gallery. When I click, it is telling me that page, there is no page like gallery capital G.html. So you also need to be very careful when you are referencing this file, because it has to go to exactly the page that you have. and you must have created it first. Yeah. So right now, this anchor tag, when someone clicks on it, it is going to gallery.html. When I click on go to gallery, it is going to take me to gallery.html. But now we don't want it to be just a simple link like this one here. Because if it is just a simple link like this one here, it doesn't look that much appealing per se. Yeah, it doesn't really look nice. No wonder we wanted, instead of just having a text as gallery, go to gallery, we want it to be this button gallery right there. So what do we do, guys? What do we do? What do we do? So this is what we do, guys. So instead of just having a text as go to gallery right here, we can create a button in between here. Instead of just working with the text right here, we can create a button. So you see, I'm just deleting the text, go to gallery, but remember, I still have my opening anchor tag and the closing. You see, it has got this left angle bracket and a forward slash. And so in between them, there is where I want to create a button. So as a matter of fact, I can hit on an enter in between there so that I can create a button in between here, just to create some more space. As in me clicking an enter is not something that important. Yeah, it's only to provide for me some kind of more space that I can create a button into. So right here, I can just simply now say button, tab, then I can simply say gallery. Yes, this button now is gallery. Now, having done that, guys, I'm very sure when I'm going to have this anchor tag and in between it, I have a gallery button like that, I'm very sure I'm going to have something like this on the page. You see right now when I refresh, I have a gallery button right here, but I want this gallery button to replace this gallery right up here, ladies and gentlemen. So what am I going to do? You see this anchor tag, this entire thing right here. I am cutting it from here. So let me just right click on it and cut. To cut is like to move or something like that. So I'm cutting it. Then this button called gallery, let me just delete it. Right here and paste back. And paste there that anchor tag that has a button inside it. So that right now, as far as I'm concerned, I have an anchor tag opening there, anchor tag closing there, and then there's a button in between there. So that right now, if I refresh, yeah, you see, I have a gallery.html file, a gallery button, which if I click on right now, voila, it is taking me to the gallery page. Did you notice that? Yeah. So real quick, let me just go back. Let me click on gallery. Super great. Everything is working okay. So those of you that haven't finished, please, real quick. Now, on the gallery page, what if someone wants to click and go back home? Maybe you have clicked on the button like this. Yeah. Then when I get here, I just want some kind of somewhere to click and go back home. Yeah. Just to click and go back home. Yeah. To go back home. So real quick, I can just go back to the gallery. Then just right after the heading, I can put here some anchor tag, a tab. Then when someone clicks on this anchor tag, what is the reference? The reference is someone will be going back to the home page. Which HTML file is playing the role of our home page? Which HTML file? It is this index.html. So when I click index.html, then in between the anchor tags, I can put a button. Tab. Then this button, I can simply say home. Home, guys. Home. Yeah, you see, so it is just right under this H1 that I've placed an anchor tag with a reference index.html. Yeah, then you see when I just refresh, I have a button here, which, this button mbona inakuja huku chini sana. Then kama inatusumbulia hapa, hatuna shida nayo. We can easily just cut it from here. Wacha tuiweke tu somewhere at the end here. Ndio isitupatie stress hapa tu chini, ndio yani isikae ni kama tunaibembeleza. Ndio hii hapa tu chini. So when I click on home, nani imenirudisha home. Nikiclick on gallery, inanirudisha kwa gallery. Nikiclick home, inanirudisha home. But tuta design page yetu ikae supo kidogo. Sasa inakaa quite disorganized, but you don't have to worry. Yeah. So as you can see, I've just created an anchor tag. So mbona itaki kukaa hapa juu, mimi nataka ikae hapa juu ase haraka haraka. So I just want it to stay up here after the button. Let me put a HR and see. HR, am I going to? Yeah, something like that. You see, I've placed the HR to push the images down, then the button can be up here. Yeah, home, then gallery. Ah, super great. Everything is working for us. So I've just placed the HR here, then my button is up, right up here in the anchor tag, in the anchor tag, in the anchor tag. Yeah, so real quick, let's create one more about page and connect it. So right click, say new HTML file. Then let me maybe call this about. Then the title on the about page, as usual, you can just give it maybe about. Yeah, then some just H1 saying Nairobi Capital Club, then something like about. Yeah, Nairobi Capital Club, about, something like that. So that if someone is, yeah, so those of you that haven't created, real quick, guys. Now, so from the index page, from the home page, when someone wants to click on the button about, they really would like to go to the about page. So real quick, can we just prepare an anchor tag right here? Instead of just having a button, let's first of all do away with this button and replace it with an anchor tag. Yeah, so we can just say a tab, then yeah, a tab. Then we can just say maybe about.html. That is where someone is going to be going to when they click on about. Then on this anchor tag in between here, we can now create a button, which we can call about. Simple. And remember, this is also going to be on the about page. This is also going to be on the gallery page also. Yeah, you can also ensure that it is all over the place where you want someone to click it from. As in, kama kuna mahali utahitaji mtu click, peleka hiyo huko pia. So right now, I can just refresh and say about, and it's taking me to about.